How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out the skins that are the top submissions to the workshop this week. And if you are new, just so you know, there are a lot of skins being shown today. It does not guarantee they will ever make it into the game. Only 8 are chosen every week, so it could be just a few of them. Anyways, starting out first, we've got a burlap set for you. It's the Toxic Mummy set. And yeah, it basically turns you into a burlap mummy made out of caution tape, dripping with toxic goo. And I guess the question would be, well, does this glow? And it doesn't, so it will not give you away. That's always a nice thing. We go ahead and check out the back of it. And there we have it. Next we have some more burlap for you, but this time it is just the head wrap. This is the Squirm Monster, so there you go. This thing is definitely interesting, as its name. And there you go. Next we've got a continuation in the Berserker set with the road sign set. That's everything you can expect from it. Some cool teeth kind of thing going on here with the helmet itself. Lots of little armored pieces around, as you would expect to match the rest of the set. Next we got some high qual sets for you, starting out with this one. We've got the Target Metal Face Mask and Chest Piece version 2. So we did see the road sign pop in, so there is a chance we may see the high qual set make it in. We'll just have to see how Hellcat feels about it. Next we've got a kind of military set for you. This is the Black Mamba set. There's also the Desert Mamba. You can check that out in the workshop list in the description below. And yeah, kind of just a normal plate carrier, and then kind of the snake skin details there. That's the Mamba part, as you can see. Next, we've got another set for you. I said we've got a lot of metal sets, and I was telling the truth. This is the Chaos Lord set by Andy Boo. And yeah, it's very reminiscent of the Scrapper set, kind of. But different artists and different design. Very bright. Also kind of reminds me of a Luchador a little bit. I don't know why. It just kind of does. Maybe it's just kind of the bright flashiness in colors. Speaking of bright, we've got some more, but maybe creepy colors, depending how you feel about clowns. We've got the Face Mask and Chest Piece Circus, as it's called. And yeah, you can actually see that kind of looks like a fabric there, and you've got this like faded, creepy clown mask. Even with some hair coming out of the sides there. Definitely a very interesting set. Next, we've got the Anti-Raid Special Forces Chest Piece and Face Mask. Man, that is a mouthful, but that is what the AR stands for, Anti-Raid, not Assault Rifle. Have to specify in Rust, and yeah, it's just kind of a cool thing they made up, I guess. And it just definitely fits into Rust. I could see a lot of people using this one for sure. Next, we've got the Skull Killer high qual set, and this is our last high qual set, but not the least. And yeah, it's a very interesting take on the actual guns. They have kind of the artwork going on, and I just really like how they distributed it across this. It's not just the same thing kind of pasted on as the guns, and I think that makes it quite unique. Next up, we've got our deployables. Starting off, we've got quite a few furnaces for you. The first one here is the Recycled Bottles furnace. And this is also a cool concept. Basically, you take like clay or concrete or something, and you encase bottles in it, and you can make like a wall or decorations out of it. And yeah, it's definitely a cool little idea, and neat thing to see attached to a furnace. Then over here, we've got ourselves another furnace for you. This one is the Antique Furnace. It comes in a white and a black version. This is the black version. And as you can see, there's all sorts of kind of rust stuff going on throughout a, looks like a desert scape. There's even horses. Definitely very cool when people take art and make it relevant. And then over here, we've got straight up just cactus for you. So this is the Cactus Furnace. There it is on a piece of kind of rocky clay. Next, we've got a couple of small boxes for you. The first one here is quite the toxic looking one. It is the Biohazard Wooden Door. It comes in a glow and a non-glow, so we'll show you the glow here shortly. Next, we've got another little box for you, and this one just says Daily Rust Box. It's empty. You know, you gotta expect that, so. And then you've got some little markings on the side. Definitely fits in. Next, we've got another box in the continuation of the 4-in-1 set, and this one happens to be stone, wood, sulfur, and metal. So, there we go. And then, just to kind of catch up, because Hell keeps grabbing them from the list ahead of time, we've got the scrap graffiti box popping back in, since it's one that wasn't accepted, and there we go. He already accepted the one that I was going to show you this week, which was new. So, hey, there we go. Scrap box again. Next, we've got some doors. Starting out here, we've got a wooden door, and this one may be reminiscent of something quite familiar to you. It is Hit the Crosses door, and yeah, the whole thing just kind of looks like it is a tree with all sorts of little red X's on it, and even a hatchet stuck in there. And usually that's kind of a hard thing to do, but it actually looks well done. So it was hard to work with the flat surfaces. And this isn't a tree. No kidding. Who would have thought? Next, we've got a more abstract door for you. This is the Suprematism door, I guess. I'm saying that right. One way or another. Gotta love a little abstract art. Next, we've got a snake door for you. This is the snake metal door. There you go. It comes in two different versions. One with the green and one without. Then we've got another glowy door for you. This is the Lost Tribe door by Zimic. And yeah, you've got these kind of like orange leaves coming through the burning, molten kind of shine coming through it. Next, we've got a kind of armored up little door for you. This is the Sea Sheet metal door by Spectre. As you can see, it's properly rusting, and there's some interesting handprints here and there. Next, we've got a double door for you. This is the Toxic Dragon double door, and yeah, we've seen a few pieces come in, so hey, maybe this one will pop in. I know a lot of people always want to see some double doors. Next, we've got a couple garage doors to finish it off here. We've got the Dead Souls garage door. This one comes in a glow and non-glow, so we'll be sure to show you that. Then, speaking of glow, we've got the Bunker Motel over here. And, well, there you have it. I mean, Bunker Motel. And last but not least, we've got a very angry face over here with the Primordial Gate. We saw the furnace pop in, so maybe the garage door will. But let's go ahead and kill those lights and take a look at the glows here. Lots of glowing stuff. Then we've got the 4-in-1 box. And then we've got the little box over here with the glow. And lastly, our furnaces. Nothing too much really going on with that one there. And then you can just see the artwork a lot better. And lastly, you've got the bottles. Alright, let's get into the tools and weapons, and we've got quite a few hammers for you this week. Starting out with this one, it is a delicious little donut float hammer. There you go, donut float. I'm not sure what a donut float is. Maybe it's ice cream float that's donut flavored? I don't know. One way or another, very colorful. Next, we've got a new addition to the rebar set with the rebar hammer, and it's been a very popular tool set, so I could see this one popping in possibly. Next, we've got another hammer for you. This one is the blacksmith's hammer, and it is a glowy hammer, so we'll be sure to show you that at the end, so be sure to stick in for that. Next, we've got another hammer for you. This is the Scully hammer. Then we've got a rock for you, and this one looks like a, well, grilled steak. So there you go. This is the grilled rock. Looks so wet, like it just came right off the grill. Then we've got a tool set for you. This one is the Emerald set. It's got a nice kind of clean carved look to it. Nice leather, beautifully carved jewel there. And of course, there's the matching pick. Then we've got another set for you. This is the Extraterrestrial Stone Tools. And these also have a glowing edition, so stay towards the end to see that. creepy eyes. Man, ugh, this also looks kind of like wet or slimy. Very well done. Next, we've got a hatchet for you, and this one just has a beautifully cut design on kind of like a burled wood handle. This is the legend, sorry, hatchet. Oops, and pickaxe. Man, we're having some issues there. There you go, guys. That's the proper pickaxe. Then, last in this cluster here, we've got a DB for you. This one is the Loud Exhaust DB. And, well, yeah, there you go. It's kind of meant to look like it's made out of spare car parts. Not too much going on when you aim down the sights. People always forget to kind of do that area. There we go. Next, we've got a revolver for you, and this one is kind of shiny, but also, you know, a little messed up and used. This is the Demo Man's revolver. You can see that little explosion right there. You got some camo going on. And when you aim down the sights here, you've got a nice red versus the kind of like tan sights there, and a nice little explosion. Next, we've got a Python for you, and this one is the Sea Legends Python by Andre. And as you can see, it's just a very beautifully kind of carved design there. Lots of kind of, there's a trident, some waves, and a nice ivory handle. Nothing too much going on with the sights colored there, kind of just general sight. But some nice carving there on the hammer and the handle. Next, we've got a sap for you, and this one's all sorts of rainbow colors. This is the Vicious Sap. I'm not sure what makes it so vicious, but hey, you know, it's got a radioactive symbol and a pretty cool looking grip. Almost reminds me of a brain. Aim down the sights here, you got some of the kind of like, I don't know, they kind of remind me of lava lamp goop, and some of that brain leaking through, and bright green sight might look like it glows, but it does not. Next, we've got a continuation in the Noir set with the Noir SAR. And hey, that kind of rhymes. Aim down the sights here. And there's that reload. Next, we've got another SAR for you, and this one is all sorts of kind of matrixy. This is the code-breaking SAR. And there you go. Aiming down the sights here. And you would think it glows, but it is actually not a glowing skin. Next, we've got an SMG for you. This one is a continuation with the Thistle set by Freddy, and is therefore the Thistle SMG. Aiming down the sights here, not too much going on besides the artwork. Could have easily colored the sights there. A lot of people really do love colored sights. Next, we've got a Thompson for you, and this one is all chromed out. And in case you didn't know, it says chromed on it because it's the Chromed Thompson by Michael. It does have some kind of cutout pieces to it, as you can see with the sights, which I think looks actually quite nice. And there's a reload. Next, we've got an MP5 for you, and this one's quite regal looking. This is the Whirl MP5, and yeah, it's just got this nice kind of purple and silver combo color. Aiming down the sights, however, not very much going on at all. Again, MP5 has a lot of big space there. That's going to waste. Next, we've got an AK for you, and this one's got some beautiful roses on it. This is the Wild Rose AR by Little Ranger. It's got a nice kind of darker wood to the wooden pieces. And aiming down the sights, you've got a little symbol and a black versus the iron sights. Next, we've got another AK for you that's quite on the other side of the spectrum. This one is the Rough AK, and well, if you can't tell why, it's because all the dog prints and bones, and it says rough right there on it. And there you go. It also kind of looks like it is made from corrugated steel on the top there, which makes it rough. Double joke. I'm gonna see myself out. Anyways, we've got some more AKs for you. This one is the Opalescence AK by Samoda, and as you can see here, it kind of, you know, opalesces? That's definitely not a word. You can see the opalescence of it as the light hits it differently. Aiming down the sights, you've got a bright kind of aqua sight there against the black sights. And there's that reload. Next, we've got some more AKs for you, and this one right here is the AK-47 from Night. There's also a From Heaven one, which is kind of like a gold one, but we have a lot of kind of gold AKs, so I thought this purple was quite unique. You can always check out the other one in the description. Workshop link. Aiming down the sights here, you do have kind of like a purpley glowing looking kind of cross. I'm not sure if it's meant to be a cross, because, well, you know, the name Heaven and all that. I do know religious symbols aren't allowed, so if that's the case, that might prevent this one from popping in. We're not quite done with AKs yet, as we have another one here for you. This is the AR Red Fury. I can't speak today. And I kind of like how the dinosaur eye looks like a bolt. Very cool looking there. Aiming down the sights, you've got some claws and kind of rusted red sights. Next, we've got an LR for you, and this thing is crazy looking. This is the Reflexion LR, and brought to us by Keck. And yeah, man, this thing's just kind of trippy looking. You got a bright green sight there. We'll go ahead and pop a reload. Next, we've got another LR for you, and this one's on the artistic side. This is the Space Trip LR by Legacy, and yeah, it's adorned with gold and black, and then you've got, like, melting aliens and skulls and who knows what else on there, all over the sides. Peace symbol. Aiming down the sides here, you've got gold versus black. Next, we've got another LR for you, and this one is quite Egyptian looking. This is the Cleopatra LR, and yeah, it's got this nice black gold kind of look to it with some nice red highlights and so forth. Aiming down the sights here, you've got a what's that, an Ankh it looks like, and some kind of I would say kind of like white tips there. They're not glow tips, but definitely unique. Most people usually color the whole thing, and I like the look of that. It's a little bit different. Always cool to see something like that. Next up, we've got continuation of the black gold set with the black gold bolty. And yeah, it's been a little bit since a bolty skin, I think. I don't know, my memory might be off, but hey, definitely one I can see a lot of people wanting to grab. Next, we've got an L9, and this thing is all sorts of armored up. This is the L96 Military by Robstar and Diaz, and man, this thing is just absolutely armored up. Look at that. Aiming down the sights here, you even have a little star. And there it is, along with sound glitch. Next, we've got another L9 for you, and this one is a little more on the frosty side. This is the Snow Warrior L96, and yeah, it's got kind of like a digital snow camo to it. Not too much else going on. And last but not least, we've got a satchel charge for you, the Powder Reaper by Sadis. And, wrong button there. As you can see, it's just got a very cool little glowy face. And, of course, well, it glows. So, again, be sure to check that out here in the end. But that does it, everyone. Sound off down in the comment section below which ones you're hoping will make it in the most and why. Always love hearing that. Any other kind of feedback, I'll try to get it to the right people. Thanks for watching. Stay rusty, and have a good one.